snap. We're back with the other more sad video, as today we'll do it live. As we're gonna be doing a bit of a live session because I'm pretty close to infinite rank. Been climbing a little bit off camera, and I figured since I do have time, I could record a live session for you guys today, getting there with the deck that I've been using to climb through galactic rank. It's none other than Netflix. I know they have a really terrible password thing going on. I just think that Iron Fist, Elektra, Daredevil, like they were in some Netflix show, right? Like, I didn't really know what to name this, so I just I think even Maximus was in a Netflix show as well. Though apparently it was absolutely atrocious, and it was actually the actor from Game of Thrones, Ramsay Bolton. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but I am going on a tangent here. Basically, I have been using this deck to climb through Galactic. It is inspired a little bit by Freddy Babe's Aero list, but it's quite different because we are taking a Daredevil approach. This is what I believe to be a really solid option against the meta, because we are essentially trying to get the lead on 2 locations, which Daredevil can help us get initiative on turn 5 for that, and shut them down with positioning altering cards, while also packing in some tech cards that can answer big boy threats, because Shuri is very popular at the rank I'm currently at, as we're also running some cool techs like Elektra. Elektra is a very nice answer to Sunspot. Who's playing Sunspot, you may ask? Everybody! Everybody and their mother is playing Sunspot, so Elektra is a great way to snipe that down. If they armor into the Sunspot lane, we can move away one of the 2 with Polaris, clear up the path, and knock it out, because that can be a really big threat that can counter our strategy a little bit, as we are trying to play a little bit around with the 4-card location limit, as well as we're packing stuff like Green Goblin that can be extremely disruptive and can allow us to, in conjunction with Polaris, shut down a lane, set a lead on the other, and then Aero in the 3rd on the very last turn. So I love my boy Juggernaut as well, one of the most underrated 3-drops in the game. Just absolutely amazing. It's essentially 3 energy Aero, right? And we're packing it in here as we can have some good finishers with, for example, Maximus into Juggernaut or Polaris into Juggernaut by turn 6. There's a lot of neat things that we can do. It's another way to enable our boy Miles Morales. Miles can be a 1 energy, 5 power. Let's see, 5 attack. I mix my wording here, but I can use Miles alongside Aero on turn 6. I can sneak in Miles alongside a 3-drop on turn 4, and overall the curve can get away with having such a high density of 3-drops because of cards like Miles and my other 1-drops here. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and see if we can make to infinite. I'm gonna be very conservative with my cubes, because I'm very close. I don't want to fuck it up. All right, Mojo World is very interesting because we can utilize something like Elektra to shut that down. I'm gonna pass though. No reason to drop Elektra immediately by any means. We have Daredevil in hand, which is really nice. But yeah, what I mean by this is Elektra can go onto Mojo World at the very latter portion of the game, and if they play a 1-drop here, we can knock out that 1-drop, and all we need to do in Mojo World is have more cards than our opponents. So both Elektra and Polaris can allow us to get to that point, but we are facing Destroy, it seems. I wouldn't normally snap, but it is the hood. It is the hood, so I'm not gonna, get ahead of myself here. They could just have a Killmonger and kill that immediately. So I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna develop Daredevil into Mojo World. If it's not a Destroy deck, if it's like something with Viper, then we just automatically snap. That would be amazing. But I have a feeling that's not the case. There's the Sunspot right there. We have initiative. I repeat, we have initiative. They play Sunspot. I don't think this is Destroy. I think I'm gonna snap here. Holy shit! They actually clogged up their. It wasn't. I mean, even without this, like, we have initiative thanks to the hood, so we just lizard into Elektra this turn. We knock out the Sunspot, and we have a tremendous lead going on. So even, and they are going to play some sort of one drop here onto Mojo World, which means we can Polaris in the late game to shut that down, or even Aero. So pretty good game for us, and we're one step closer to that sweet, sweet infinite rank. I'm a little bit on edge, you know, in case you haven't noticed. When I get this close to a rank, the infinite climb is tough, man. Like, it's not easy. And yeah, I also find myself like, you know, the more I pursue it, the more I misplay. Okay, so gotta take your time. Fisk Tower, Asgard. We may want to be pushing for Asgard. We gotta be careful developing any 3 drops or 4 drops outside of Fisk Tower. And also, if in case they're playing Aero, we gotta also watch out for that. They could be playing Polaris though, but because they're playing the Hood, I think this is probably gonna be Destroy. I could be wrong, but I do want to start pushing for that Asgard to draw. That is a Carnage, so this time it is Destroy, which means we don't have to worry about Polaris, but we do have to worry about Magneto and Aero. Those are quite likely. I think this is a good turn to Juggernaut, because we have Miles in hand, which means on turn 4 we can play Miles for 1 energy, and alongside something like Green Goblin. And if they play into this and we manage to push them into the Fisk Tower, we actually remove whatever they play here. I'm expecting something like a Deathlock in the middle. Yep. To the left, baby! To the left! And a boy gets shot! I'm gonna snap on him. For dominance. We're gonna go Green Goblin over here. We're gonna go Miles here. They keep developing here, but Miles is gonna provide me with 5 points, which is way too much for their Wave Demon. Exactly. And now we get the Daredevil effect. We don't draw into Aero, though. That really sucks. That actually really sucks. Okay, so they're setting up a... They're setting up like an... I don't know what the fuck they're doing, honestly. Like that. I guess they're setting up a She-Hulk for next turn. So what we're gonna do... What we're gonna do is we're gonna play Polaris on the right. We've already snapped. We're gonna play Polaris on the right because that means we're gonna be moving either the Carnage or the Demon. Ideally the Carnage. So we have this entire area cleared up so we can actually... We gotta watch out though. But if we top deck Aero, we should win this. Okay, we move the Carnage. Magneto's a threat. Okay, we find the Aero. We can Elektra over here, and then we Aero over here. Magneto's the biggest threat. Magneto is the biggest threat. They may be building up for that. We could be in for a big loss here. But we beat everything else. Okay, at least we kill everything else. Okay, everything else we kill with Aero. With Aero, we move everything to the Fisk Tower. That's probably a Magneto. But because of my Elektra and Daredevil, I tie in the middle. Oh. Okay. Okay, that was a bit anticlimactic. So if they Magneto over here, they move my Miles, my Polaris, and my Juggernaut. All right. I was expecting something like Magneto into She-Hulk into Death, right? So because of this, even though I don't know if they killed enough stuff, to be honest, I didn't keep track of that. I'm not sure if that was actually if the death was possible. They have to kill 2 things. They killed 1 with the Carnage, but then they didn't kill anything else, right? I should have kept track of that. I think they actually could not play 3 cards, but I was expecting, you know, Magneto plus Death, and maybe She-Hulk, but I don't think they could afford that. Maybe I'm wrong. But with Elektra, I kill off the Demon, right? and I leave 3 points here. If they play Magneto on the Fisk Tower, they move the Juggernaut and the Miles, and they move the Polaris, and they kill all 3. But my Green Goblin still keeps the sewer system in the negative, -1 here. And I tie here, and they actually... I actually lose to Magneto. I actually lose to Magneto just because of the fact that I cannot surpass his wave. Yep. Hindsight's 2020. I mean, that was a very specific play, right? And most death waves don't play Magneto, but I have run into a few that are playing it. A lot of them just play Aero, She-Hulk, and Death, right? But I think the Magneto variant is better. Like, the Magneto variant is a superior version of that deck. And yeah, we would have lost to that. So not a flawless game, but it's been a climb. It's been a climb, and we made it to infinite. I'll take it. But it's even if you win games, you know, if you misplay, you misplay. So I gotta deal with that. You know, I gotta live with that shit. All right, let's keep on going though. We did it. We're infinite rank. In the most anticlimactic. I think I played that pretty well, you know, for the most part. But the ending, the vulnerability to Magneto. I mean, sometimes you can play around everything, you know? You can't just, you're not gonna like concede a game just because of one card, you know? Sometimes you gotta gamble it. All right, we got the Rickety Bridge, which could be very powerful with Aero. We got the Jotunheim in the middle. We don't want to be sending Daredevil over there, but we wouldn't mind sending Green Goblin there. So we're going to go Daredevil on the right. They go into the bridge. Interesting decision. Okay, the West View, we still don't know what this location is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and just drop this Green Goblin. Because it's Lizard, I don't expect it to be destroyed, so I'm going to go ahead and snap. I don't expect them to develop Cosmo into Jotunheim either. That would be really weird. Because committing a Cosmo over here is pretty crazy. Oh, okay. I should have seen that coming. But we can get there with Iron Fist. So it's not the end of the world. A flood on the left is something we can deal with. And Los Diablos. We could go... We can go Maximus, but I think I'd like to go Juggernaut. Because if I top deck, I have 5 cards in my deck. I have a 20% chance to draw into Iron Fist. If I draw into Iron Fist and they play into Flood, then my Juggernaut will enable my Spider-Man. And that will allow me to Iron Fist Miles into Vulture on 5. And that is really neat. So I'm gonna go Juggernaut. Oh, they don't play into it. Okay. What? The fuck? Absorbing Manstorm. That's the first time I've ever seen that. We got the Iron Fist, though. We got the Iron Fist. The Aero is not really useful as of right now. What is this? Okay, let's see. Sentinel into Daredevil. That's pretty weak. That's easy for us to beat. I mean, I've already snapped. Okay, I can sneak in here. Because I could... Okay, so this puts them at 2. Because if I do this... I tie here, but I win here. And I'm winning here by a lot. I'm winning here by 4 points. And if I top deck a Lizard, this is nuts. We tie in both these places, but we have a lead over here. A Lizard top deck here would be insane! Okay. Well, it's still 12 points. It's still 12 points. Essentially, like, because we're already winning the tie here, well, a Doctor Doom beats us. We lose to a Doctor Doom. We do lose to a Doctor Doom. But that's pretty much the only thing we lose to. It's literally the only thing we lose to, I think. Oh. Okay. I was like, whoa. The plays! Alright, we shut him out. That's a card that I'm... If you run into a lot of Aero, I'm gonna start playing a lot of Doctor Doom myself, because Doctor Doom is a great counter to Aero strategies. My deck is really weak to Doctor Doom. Also, Magneto is also very good against this, even though Vulture can counter it pretty well, but Magneto is pretty nuts. Magneto and Doctor Doom are two threats. But we climbing. We climbing. All right. We got the Stark Tower. We got the Daredevil. Life is good. Sunshine, rainbows, all that shit. What is that? Okay, a Quinjet. We may want to Elektra that if she appears. The Eternity range. I don't want to rock. Wow, they snap. I'm not intimidated. I'm gonna commit to the Stark Tower though. Like having units here, having at least 3 units here. Okay. Oof, Goblin would be nuts here. I'm inclined to go Polaris just to break this armor a little bit. They could be committing here, and I could end up with a rock, but that's not the end of the world. They do commit there. But we clean it up a little bit. Get a rock. Cry every time. Alright. I'd love to see my green Goblin here. It becomes an auto win into the Bar Sinister. For now, I'm going to go Lizard. Because I don't know, this could be a Devil Dino. So I don't really want to play... I mean, they have a lot of cards. But at the same time, I mean, they could continue to generate stuff. The problem is if I Maximus now and they White Queen, Maximus will become targetable for... It's just tricky. I think I may end up going with a Juggernaut here. No. Let's go Lizard. Nani. Oh, they generated that. Wow, that is so powerful. Bruh. Oh, and they're not big enough for me to hit. Maybe Shang-Chi. Maybe Shang-Chi just comes in and just demolishes here. I think I see a line here. What are these? You and White Queen. The problem is they're gonna Aero. The problem is they're gonna Aero, and I need this. They're gonna take my Aero with White Queen. I have 2 options. This shuts down the play, but I don't know how I can beat that because they have initiative, which means they draw before us. We can Juggernaut them over there and get the boost here. All systems go. But they have the Quinjet, which will allow them to rebuild here easily. Everything they play gets +4. This is the only line that I see. 17. This is a pretty clean wipe up, but this blue Marvel generated by Agent Coulson was huge here. I don't think, because if they play something like this, has like 10 power, right? So 10 power, like 17 points is super easy for them to generate. Just 6 and 3. With a Quinjet on board, like there's no way they can't generate that. We gotta run. They got us. Which sucks because my win rate with Bar Sinister is really good because I always get Green Goblin. I just auto win there. But we didn't find them. No Heart of the Cards this time. Better to lose 2 than to lose 4. I felt pretty confident in that one, but then, you know. Then Blue Marvel and Devil Dino happened. Murderworld, hopefully not a destroyed deck. Okay, some squirrels. I don't like that because that's awful for my lizard. Let's play lizard over here. Maybe this is like a space throne or something, and we high roll. Okay, they just scorpion. That's annoying. Okay. That's actually a really good location for lizard. I think I'm gonna go. I have initiative. I'm gonna go Juggernaut. I don't think that they're opening into a negative zone. I think they're going here. Unless they have an armor here, I could high roll here. I do not. They don't play anything. it was a good call though. Like I don't regret it. Oh. Let's snap. This Green Goblin solidifies my negative zone. Green Goblin into negative zone is the nuts. Green Goblin is just such a great card, man. I love playing Green Goblin. Okay. Oh, we can always Shang-Chi that. All right, we found it, though. We found the combo. Iron Fist into Vulture. We have initiative as well. We could just knock out this Typhoid Mary, but I think not. I think we're going to do this. Enable the miles for next turn. Fist it up. To the side. Enchantress to nullify that, and now we do. There's no way whatever they play here, that's a 0. There's no way whatever they play there, it cannot. We have initiative because we took the flanks. We have first save, which means the Shang-Chi goes through. And all we gotta do is you and you. That's a wrap. Easy, got him back. Got him back. Moip. No reason to play lizard, turn 1. We'd rather scout. I mean, the one reason is a turn 1 scorpion. But, okay, this is a movement deck. That's actually a bad matchup for us. Vormir. Okay, so we're gonna go lizard on the right. Because if it's a movement deck, they like to move to the left with Heimdall. So lizard is going to thrive on the rightmost location. Hopefully Green Goblin can help out a little bit here by... No! Well, as you can see, cards like Polaris are pretty inefficient against Kraven. I'm still gonna go Green Goblin here. Just to take away one space. Okay, Storm. Storm. Alright. I feel like going Juggernaut now. I don't quite take this, but I can always find my Iron Fist. Well, we tried. Alright, we do have the Iron Fist though, but we don't have anything that's big enough except for a, not even a Vulture really. It's too much. We need them to keep initiative. We need for them to keep initiative. They snap on us. Can we actually win this if we... What about going Aero this turn? They went with the Aero, played it themselves. No, I don't see it. Because a lot of we're like kind of like a hybrid movement deck, so stuff like Kraven is really bad for us. If they play Heimdall over here, because I was thinking I could try to Polaris. I could try to Polaris, like Iron Fist into Polaris, drag the Kraven over here, drag the Kraven over here. and then play Daredevil here. So this moves here, but that's assuming they're playing Heimdall 100%, which they don't necessarily have to. It could have been a play. It could I could have gone for it, you know, like basically the idea was to Iron Fist into Polaris. We move Kraven over here, right? After they play Heimdall and the Juggernaut has moved here, we move Kraven over here, and then we kick you in here, and Iron Fist and Daredevil on the left. Actually, that would have beaten Heimdall. Maybe I should have gone for it. It's just that any other play I lose to, right? But you know, for content, I should have gone for it. It would have been a sick read. Yeah, I'm kind of. I let you down. I gotta go for those plays. It's always Heimdall, right? It's always the Heimdall. All right, we have the Iron Fist and the Vulture. We could go for it immediately. I see no reason as to why not, because we could top deck Miles in these next 2 turns. And that already justifies this. Okay, Professor X, that's actually really interesting. I have initiative, so there's no stopping this Vulture. As long as I keep initiative on all these lanes, this Professor X could be really good, actually. We're gonna go into Monster Metropolis with the Vulture, getting that extra boost. They go Mjolnir with Thor on the right. Now Maximus is significantly less value. I could go Juggernaut over here. Why do I think they're playing into Monster Island, though? I mean, because they don't want to reinforce into this. I have a feeling they're playing into here. Uh-oh. Is that Shang-Chi? Okay. Okay, well. That's huge. Professor X will shut that down. They keep initiating on us, but we top deck Shang-Chi, baby! Let's go! There are some things that could go wrong here, but we're going for it. Okay. Works out! Works out, baby. If not the monster, Thor himself! Lizard for the win! Clean! With your boy helping out. Thank you, Up. Nice. Alright. Sometimes it's good to not have initiative. A lot of times, actually. Especially with Shang-Chi. Alright. Right in. I'm sad that I didn't go for that Heimdall counterplay. That would have been insane if it actually happened. Who cares if I lose? I'm already infinite. Who cares? I do, even if I top the Vulture or not, because I have double 3-drop, I want to go Iron Fist into Devilier. Vulture would be ideal, but I want to play 3-drop and then 3-drop into Miles. Polaris could have insane value here. Okay, squirrels. Now Polaris is more, well, Elektra could be nuts. That means, I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna go Polaris here. And now we can go Maximus into Miles on the flanks. I don't have the Elektra play onto this anymore, which definitely sucks. I was kind of hoping I was dragging literally anything else besides that squirrel. Okay. I think Elektra on the side and Shang-Chi over here, and then going for an Aero win. We go for it now, just to knock out this White Queen. They developed there. We don't hit the Quinjet. Okay. All right. They went Shang-Chi immediately as well. I think I could have played this one better. I mean, it's also like the bad luck, right? With the Polaris. Maybe I should have just gotten Maximus first to the left. Maximus here and then push to the left and kept the Polaris in hand. But then Polaris just becomes a you know, like a roll, because there's a lot of low drops. Like I got the worst pull. Otherwise, I can just keep the Elektra in hand. And then as long as I have a squirrel here and I have the Elektra, I can now Elektra into Aero. And that just always wins. But now this Aero doesn't do it, because they're definitely gonna be flooding this area. They're always gonna commit over here. They're always gonna commit over here. They have a 1-mana Sentinel that can do that, and they can Devil Dinosaur, and we can't do anything about that. It was one out of 5 or 4. 1 out of 4 different targets, right? But sometimes it just happens. Maybe there was something I could have done differently though. Because Elektra really shines situations like that, but not meant to be. But hey, salty run back. Yeah. Oh, and this Polaris. This Polaris. This Polaris. Let's go Lizard here. Kind of obvious what I want to do. I could go Green Goblin, but that all they have to do is play something here and then it backfires. Yeah. Yeah, at this level, man, especially considering we just faced them. Yeah, people are dummies here. They know what's up. That snap was a little bit obvious. But more so, especially just because we just faced them, right? Okay, Superflow with Green Goblin. I'm already loving this. Empowering my Green Goblin, perfect. Let's see what this is before I decide to snap. Oh, come on. Oh my God, are you curious? Wow. Wow. Shang-Chi. Bro. Bro. Must be nice. Huh. I don't want to snap here because they could have picked up the hammer. Okay, they got our Maximus. Perfect. Juggernaut, come on, to Superflow, do this, or to the center. To the center works as well. All right, we get a little bit of much needed card draw, and we pick dropping the Iron Fist allows us to drop the Vulture here. Huge. Huge. Okay. They have a Maximus that they can drop on us. We need to play this. Okay, so if we find Shang-Chi, we take away 12 points from them. They drop down to 4. Which means I need a little bit of an extra presence here. So I need Daredevil to go in the center in case we find Shang-Chi. And then this Elektra's gotta wait. Because you could technically go here, but it's too early to say. They go in there, okay. Ooh. Two cards in hand. That Polaris was huge. That Polaris was really big. But they could have, at this point, they could have drawn a hammer. I may go for it. Ah, they top deck Aero? Are you serious? Fuck. Okay. So they play Polaris. They play Polaris in the deck. That Polaris was huge, absolutely huge. It's a good setup. The Polaris really shut us down, though. All right. The Nexus. Okay, this could be our last game, and this is it's a rematch, so I'll take it. I will most certainly take it. I am hungry for vengeance. Altar of Death. All right. This is very interesting. I definitely want the green Goblin over there. We got to keep in mind that they have stuff like Polaris. It's all about the Nexus here, though. If I go up to 5 mana next turn, I can do several things. For now, I'm gonna do this. We both go Lizard on the left. Green Goblin. Green Goblin over here with initiative is huge. I'm gonna snap on him. We don't really need the mana next round, so let's wait on it. I want to go Aero over here. Perfect. Just in case they have an Aero as well. Yeah. And now we do this. I don't think they're playing Magneto. Yeah! Oh, you see that shit? Expecting the Aero, so not overcommitting that round and sending something like Shang-Chi, which is weaker, so that they Aero that turn, And then with the Iron Fist, I can sneak into the Altar of Death, which you can't reach. And then I commit. I save the 2 and the 2, right? Because Miles, I wasn't guaranteed going to be able to play him next turn, right? Because if something different happened, I wanted to be able to get him out of hand. But these 2 cost 2, so as long as I top deck a 3-drop, because at this point in my deck, there's no 5-drop, there's no 4-drop, there's only 3 drops and lower, right? Like, there's only, in my deck, there's only Elektra, Daredevil, and Polaris left. So, there's only 3 drops and lower, which means whatever I top deck, I'm going to be able to play alongside these 2. And that means I'm going to be able to debuff the Lizard, and I'm going to be able to overpower them in the Nexus and take them out. And we got Vengeance in a sexy, really happy with how I played this one. Good way to end the video. That's it. That's a try-hard session for today. Was not perfect by any means, but I think I'm pretty happy about it. And we're infinite, man. We're infinite. Love me some Daredevil. And I know Aero is pretty nuts, but I don't think she's overpowered. I think she's just a really, really good card. And out of like the really, really good cards right now, this is one of my personal favorites to play because I really like the play style of it, right? Like getting ahead and locking the opponent out in that sense. It's easier said than done. And I just love playing Miles Morales, man. I love playing Miles. He's so underrated. So underrated as a card. I love these hybrid movement tactics, and Daredevil is super fun as well. And Green Goblin, now that Silver Surfer is nerfed, is stonks, man. I'll stop talking. Also, shoutouts to Elektra. I don't know if I got to kill any sunspots today. I don't think so, but she did a lot along the way. So, you know, don't sleep on her. In fact, we're gonna get her to plus ultra. She looks better like this. Anime frame. And we're gonna open this on video. I was gonna do so on stream, but I'll do it in the video. Why not? Let's. All right, some gold, some money. Now I'll leave the rest for tomorrow's stream. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. Like I said, normally the uploads won't be like this. But I wanted to share my my climb to infinite, or at least the very latter portion of it. And yeah, love you. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Marvel Snap content. I'll see you guys tomorrow.